All right, hello. Today we're going to create a soccer poster. This is a simple tutorial that you can follow step by step. I encourage you as we go through this to add your own creative element to your poster. But again, you're going to need a few documents to get started. First and foremost, you need this step-by-step tutorial guide. You'll see when you download and open that. It's just a PDF, again, that'll walk you through step by step how to create the poster. You can also use this video, which will also walk you step by step. Before getting started, you'll also need this links folder. So I'm going to download that. And as a reminder, when it downloads, what we're going to do is we're going to open up that folder. And we're going to drag the links folder onto our desktop or into our own folder so that we have an easy place to locate it. And we're done with that. And lastly, before getting started, you might want to take a look at the sample poster that you'll be creating today, just so you have an idea. So basically, you're going to choose between a men's and women's soccer poster, and then you're going to add some details that relate it to your hometown. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up Adobe InDesign. And the first thing I obviously need to do is I need to set up my document to be a poster. Now, instead of a large scale poster, this week we're going to create just a tabloid, which is going to be 11 inches by 17 inches, and there's a very easy way to set that up. To do that, I'm going to go to Create New Document, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some adjustments, including making sure that the intent is to print. I'm going to scroll down to page size and change it from letter to tabloid, which will automatically change my width and height to 11 inches by 17 inches. I'm going to make sure that my orientation is set to portrait so that it's taller than it is wide. I'm also going to make sure I've only got one page, and I'm going to click off of facing pages. I'm going to go down and set my margins to 1 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set my bleed to 1/8 of an inch, which is 0.125. Once you have this all set up, go ahead and select OK. And you've created a new artboard that's 11 inches by 17 inches. From the folder that we downloaded, we're going to grab the soccer field image. So I'm going to go to File, Place. And I place this folder on my desktop. It's called Links. I'm going to open it and I'm going to grab my soccer field image. Select Open. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it on my document, beginning up in the top left and dragging it down to the bottom right. Now, if it goes over just a little bit, that's completely fine. The next thing you need to do, and again, I'm just going to grab my selection tool and click away from this because I'm going to place another image, is I'm going to decide if I'm going to make this a men's soccer poster or a women's soccer poster. So you have two files, either soccer player man or soccer player woman. So go ahead and you can choose. I'm going to make mine. I'm going to choose the soccer player man file. And I'm going to place it on my image, right, on the lower left side of the soccer field. Remember that after you place it, you can always make a few adjustments by pulling and dragging and so on and so forth. Next, we're going to add some text. So I'm going to select the type tool from the toolbar. And similar to how we drag the image, we're just now going to position our type about halfway down our page. And we'll go ahead and extend it all the way down here and all the way across our page. It'll make it easy when after we added our text, we can center it on our page. So before I start typing, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to choose a font that I want to use. In this case, I'm going to use Impact. I'm going to change the font size from 12 points to 200. And I'll click back down here in the text box. And I'm ready to go ahead and type in all caps, men's. Oops. And then I'm just going to hit enter. And I'm going to type soccer. If it disappears a little bit, it's okay. It's because your text box is a little bit small. And you'll be able to get it back, no problem. We're going to do some adjustments to the type. So just real quick, I've got my font size set to 200. I'm going to change my leading to 160. That in itself, because it condenses our text, might bring it all back onto the field for you. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to center my text. You're also going to go ahead and with the text tool still highlighted, we're going to go ahead and we're going to select a color for our text. You can choose anything. I'm going to choose this navy blue. You can also go ahead, if these aren't the colors you're looking for, you can double click and you can choose any color that you'd like. I'm also going to choose a color for my stroke. In this case, I might choose yellow for right now. But again, there's no right or wrong. You can choose any color that you'd like. I'll deselect it for 1 second. Right? And what I want to do quickly is I want to go ahead and change the weight of my stroke. So actually, let me grab a stroke color again. Now it's set to yellow. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change the weight. You can see this is here in my stroke panel. It's going to go to weight, and I'm going to change it to 6. So now I've got like my my navy blue background for the text and a nice bright yellow border, which I like for my appearance. Before I import my next object, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to right click. I'm going to say arrange and I'm going to say send backwards, which will bring the soccer player to the front. That definitely gives our document a much different feel, excuse me. Let's go ahead and grab our soccer ball image. So again, I'm going to grab my selection tool, click away. I'm going to go to File, Place. I'm going to grab the soccer ball, select Open. And with the soccer ball, I'm going to place it in the upper middle area of our poster, above men's soccer. So I might just do this. And then I'll go ahead and I will scoot it over. That way it's in the center. And we're going to just add an effect really quick to our soccer ball. We're going to add a drop shadow. So I'm going to go up to Objects, scroll down to Effects, and choose Drop Shadow. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a few adjustments. I'm going to change my position to 0.5 inches. If you click the preview here, you can see what just happened. You see that shadow increasing when I increase the distance, so that's how far the shadow is going to stretch. I'm going to change my angle to 50 degrees, right, which will move the shadow actually to the left side of the ball. I'm going to change my size to 1/2 inch. And all of my other settings can remain the same. I'll select OK. I'm done with my drop shadow on my soccer ball. And now we're going to finish our poster. So this is where we get creative. We're going to make a text box under men's soccer. Right? We're going to add some details about our match. You can either think of local teams that exist or make them up. It's entirely up to you. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Similar to the text that I added above, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to create a text box down here. I'm going to change my text size to 36. And I might stick with Arial. I'm going to make it Arial black. And I'm actually just, last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change my leading to about 48 points. And we're just going to say Blue Devils versus Alpine Strikers. And then let's have it be, we'll use today's date for the match. Maybe I won't just keep it in all capitals. We'll have it be here at MA at Coach Parks Field in Atherton, California. I'm going to highlight all of that and move it to the center. I'm going to change my text color from black to paper. We'll see how that pops up. It's pretty good. I'm going to go in here. I put this extra space, but watch this. If I just change the font size to, oops, sorry. If I just change the font size to 12, should move up. Actually, that looks fine. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Maybe like that. And then let's do a couple of other quick things just to add like a little bit of pop. I'm going to continue to move this up just a little bit more. Okay, let's do this. Sorry for the delay. Let's add another little text box right here. And in here, I'm going to add some text. I'm going to say epic final match between long-time rivals. Highlight that. Let's go with like size 18. Put it in red, see if how that looks. Let's go ahead and center it. You can put that in bold. And then I'm going to add another little rectangle down here at the bottom. And I'm going to grab my color picker or eyedropper tool. I'm going to grab a color from up here. It's going to give it a dark green. And let's go ahead and add some more text down here at the bottom. I'm going to say visit website for tickets MA Bear athletics.com. It's a little hard to see, so let's increase the size. Let's change it from black to paper. That might be too big, so I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller. Type in 16. And then I'm going to slide this over here. I like that. And let's just do a little bit more. Let's grab a rectangle tool. If I click and hold down, I can grab my polygon tool. And let's just do a triangle. I'm just going to flip that all the way over. And make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to drag it up here. Give it a color. I'm actually going to give it the same color as my text. I'm going to copy and paste that. So now I'm really just playing, trying to add some extra elements to really draw attention to the poster. Give that the same color. Take my soccer ball, pull it down. I'm actually going to take my text, pull it up, so that the soccer ball is just sort of sitting over it a little bit. It's a little bit of fine tuning here. And then I'm going to grab my text tool again. And let's go ahead and make this size 30. Text color is going to be white. Center it, and then let's also make this bold. See how it looks in yellow. kind of tying that together. And then actually I'm going to grab this text. Let's change it to bold italic. And there we go. We got a lot of different elements going on there. I know this looks strange, but watch this. When I go to View, and I go to Screen Mode, and I go to Preview, it'll get rid of all of that stuff outside of my bleed marks. And it looks pretty good. Let's grab this guy. I don't mind him there. All right. So the last thing we need to do is we need to obviously save our file, right? And so I'm going Ruben underscore Chris underscore soccer poster. I'll just hit save. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to export so that I can turn it in. So I go to File, Export. We're going to do just a little bit, make sure it's got the right name, make sure it's set to Adobe PDF Print, hit save. And just real quick before we switch anything, we're just going to go to High Quality Print. And then I'm going to click on Marks and Bleeds. I'm going to make a few changes. I'm going to choose crop marks. This is all correct over here. I'm going to tell it to use my document bleed settings so that it's got that 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to also tell it to include a slug area. That looks good. I'm going to hit export. And there we are. We got a nice little poster that we can hang up and get people out to our soccer match between the Blue Devils and Strikers FC. Thanks very much.